Greetings and various assorted salutations. This is a U.S. History 2 announcements for March 20th, 2020 on the 20th. A lot of 20s in there. Couple quick announcements as we're going into the weekend. Reminder to please use your @k12.sd.us account when using Google Classroom for U.S. History 2. It's not really a please, it's kind of a you have to. When I set up this classroom, I use the @k12.sd.us accounts. You can see the explanation of how to get around that if you're still having troubles with it. Gmail accounts seem to take precedence sometimes. Anyways, the reason for this being is I don't know everyone's email circumstances. I did not have time to collect people's emails, but I know that every student that I have has been issued a school email. And it's just one of those professional things. You'll probably, when you enter the workforce, you might be issued an email from your corporation. In college, you get issued an email, and that is the preferred mode of communication for work. It kind of separates that work-leisure aspect. Anyways, to comment on student progress, every assignment has been done by at least 2 or 3 people, so that means that all the assignments appear to be working and functioning. So that's quite good. As for overall progress, it's been very impressive. Given the fact that all of this is very abrupt, none of us planned on remote education any earlier than Friday the 13th, but here we are a week later, and we have something up and running, and it's running pretty good, I'd say, all things considered, because you have to consider, one, the teachers weren't planning this, and they were given 2 days to come up with all this material. 2, we don't know about student access. U.S. History 2 can be done, it's done on Google Classroom, which means it can be done on a smartphone. That doesn't mean that students are used to using their smartphone for that, and that doesn't mean that families have necessarily allocated the data for it. But when we designed US 2, me and the other US 2 teacher, we considered what can we do to cover material and make it as accessible as possible to as many people as possible. So that was our basic design premise, partially coming from orders from school administration and department heads. So overall, good progress. Next week, these are the same assignments that you're seeing here. So if you've already done a lot of stuff, cool beans. We're not going to add really much to imperialism in World War I. So good job. Let's see here. Color of the day is Phoenician purple. Thinking about ancient Civ with that one. YouTube posting protocol. So over the weekend, it is a weekend. I will not be posting U.S. History 2 academic content over the weekend. That's just how I roll. That's how most of the world should roll. There are times when the world needs to, well, respect the weekend, no matter what's going on. So if there is anything posted on Hicks Educator Online, it'll either be non-academic, or it'll be like teacher tech tools, which are tutorials that I developed earlier on in the week for teachers to use. Things like that. So nothing for U.S. History 2. I'll resume the normal announcements thing on Monday. Let's see here. It is a weekend. Do take time to enjoy it. Some of you may have been treating this as an extended weekend. Do try and get some assignments done. It'll save you later. These courses are set at your own pace, but that doesn't mean you should wait till the last minute and rush through it. As some students have shown me, if you're running across any tech errors, the more time you have to, address them, the better off you are. The goal is to learn the material and get things done no matter where you're at. But I guess that concludes the Friday announcements. I'll probably upload another video later, something more funsy, in my opinion. But once a cobbler, always a cobbler, and until later.